Well, we're flying high in the Europa League, and now it's time to start rising up in La Liga. Let's get to today's match against Getafe. Hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here, coming back with episode 76 of Andorra, the double challenge, in which I take charge of the club FC Andorra and the country of Andorra and try to lead them both along the road to glory. Well, the glory so far this season has all come in Europe. I'm going to show you how our group worked out in a moment, but, well, it went very well. League form, though, has been a bit more inconsistent. You can see there we're stuck slap bang in the middle of the table in 10th, but form is starting to pick up as we move into the new year, and hopefully it's going to stay that way. So we'll start with Europe, and in that last episode we got a solid 3-0 home win against Bate Borisov, which left us needing just a point to secure qualification. We got much more than that. Roma came to town and we handed them one hell of a beating. 4-0 it was. It was Axel Speranza opening the scoring. Jordi Cario in for the injured Arlindo with a brace, and Maicon Silva adding a fourth. 15 minutes from time. Look at the match stats. It was pure domination. Roma were never in it. That result not only qualified us for the next round, it secured us first place in the group. That meant our final game away to PSV was one where we could just rotate players in and out of the team and take it a bit easy. We still managed to get a win. Jordi Cario again getting the goal in a 1-0 victory. Arlindo did come back from injury, immediately tweaked his groin, but only out for a short time. He would come back later in the cup. I didn't realise this with this new format with the European competitions and the Europa Conference League, or whatever it's going to be called, coming into play. By topping the group, that means we get a bye to the second knockout round of the Europa League. Roma, I saw, were in the draw for the first knockout round. We have to wait until February then to find out who we're going to play. Had a couple of games in the cup so far. We got a very easy first round draw against Gondomar, who are non-league, not in any of the playable leagues, completely amateur, and we stuck it to them. 11-0. I was going to play a lot more youth and B-team players, but they were unavailable, having played in their own competitions on the same day. So it was a second string. It wasn't most of my starters, but we did stuff them, as you can see. The notable performance of the night, Arlindo, back from injury. I played him on the right wing so we could let Moreno have a game up front. Moreno did open the scoring, but then Arlindo ended the night with 5 goals. And if you look at his goals in the second half, penalty on 54 minutes and then goals on 58 and 59. So technically, although he'd already scored in the first half, technically that's a hat-trick in 5 minutes. He also got an assist in the game and finished the first time in FM20 I've seen a 10.0 rating. Well deserved. We then played Hospitalet, 3-0 win, the second division B side. Again, lots of rotation. Kamara and Cario with a brace. And in the third round, we're going to be playing Getafe, but that's not the match I'm showing you today. The match I'm showing you today is going to be Getafe in the league. So let's just show you league form. Now, like I said, things were going well in Europe, but things were not going so well in the league. I talked you through the October results. We only had the one win in October. Then in November, it was just a series of draws. And a couple of 0-0s with Gijón and Villarreal, a 1-1 with Eibar, and it took a late Maicon Silva goal to make that a 1-1 draw. So we weren't playing well. We went to Real Madrid, always a tough place to go, and unfortunately we lost 3-2. We did actually take the lead through Guedes, but it didn't last very long. We then we went 2-1 down. We then equalised early in the second half through the Andorran icon, Jose Francisco Perez, but we couldn't hold on. Real Madrid scoring with 11 minutes to go, but we managed to bounce back. We've won our last 3 games on the bounce without conceding a goal, so that's good to see. It was a hard-fought 1-0 win over Real Betis that finally broke our poor run of form. Then we got a 2-0 win over Atletico Bilbao, Guedes and Speranza with the goals there. And then A very strong showing, a 4-0 defeat of Granada coming back off the winter break. Great way to celebrate the new year. Arlindo with a brace, Speranza and the young Italian Marino getting on the score sheet, which means currently we are 10th. We're playing Getafe in the league. It's going to be one of those situations where we play them in the league, and in 7 days' time we're going to play them again in the cup. Now you'll see we're 2 points behind. That's the reason I came back for this game. We're 2 points behind. So a victory today, we're going to leapfrog them and push into that top 10 of the table. A defeat, and well, we're probably going to have to, reconsider whether or not we can re-qualify for Europe this season. So here we got the lineup for the game. Before we get into the game, though, I should tell you about a new signing. A Brazilian player that we've brought in. He's not available today, unfortunately, because the Olympic qualifiers are going on at the moment in South America, and he's in the under-23 team. But may I introduce you to Regilson. Regilson joins us from, I can't remember, a Flamengo. Okay, that's one of the easier 3-letter combos, but you can see he was a first-team regular at Flamengo. Joins us for 16 million. Had to get the board to sanction the transfer, but they did. Oh, let's just go back to Regilson's page. Very high determination, driven personality, and a very tasty-looking attacking midfielder. We just got to wait for him to come back from the Olympic qualifying tournament. So for today, we'll continue with Sana, the summer signing. We've got Arlindo in the team as well. We've got Perez on the left wing because Axel Speranza is also in that South American qualifying tournament. Luckily, Maicon Silva is not Maicon Silva. There have been bids for him. He's holding out, though, for PSG, so we've been able to reject the bids that have come in for him so far. There have also been bids for Arlindo. There were bids from, I think, Olympic Lyon and Valencia. Luckily, though, he signed a new contract. Beautiful man that he is. So he's now doubled his salary. He's on to 25k a week. He did insist, though, that the minimum release fee got dropped. It was previously around £50 million. Now it's down to about 20, so we've got to hope nobody activates that, but it was the only way I could get him to sign. Duarte, he's also signed a new contract, also up to 25k a week, but with him we managed to put in a release clause of about 35 million. Guedes has also signed a new contract. I should point that out. I've been busy with the old contracts. £16,000 now for him. Guangzhou, we're interested in taking him to China, but he stays. Crush and Gomez, no new contracts there. Jonathan Moreira and Jimenez, that's our backwards telling of the team. Now let's get to the match. Okay, similar looking lineups from both teams. We're both going for a positive 4-2-3-1. So I, of course, tell the team to pick up where they left off last time, which has motivated our strike force of Arlindo. Everyone else, I've got faith. Get out there and make a difference. Let's see if we can pull off a memorable victory today at Getafe. Well, only action in that first 10 minutes with two of my defenders getting themselves booked. Georgie, Gomez and Moreira both on yellows very early on. The ball from Crush goes nowhere in particular. And now we've got to watch out for the counter-attack here from Getafe. Oh, dearie me, that was terrible defending there. Crush, I blame him for that. He let that player ghost in behind him, but then he goes up the other end and scores. You beautiful man, Crush. You knew exactly what you were doing. But we've got a VAR review. Ooh, did he just take a step forward too early? He did, unfortunately. It's disallowed. All right then, goalless first half. I think you could say we've edged it with the more chances, with the greater possession. But I still don't think we're playing that well. I mean, Getafe look dangerous every time they go forward. If we just have a look at the analysis screen, as I'm wont to do, I mean, we've had much more of the ball, especially on this right side. It's just getting it into the box that's not happening. Arlindo's just had the one chance, so we've got to do something about that. Okay, I'm going to take off hit early crosses and bring in the overlap, so I get those fullbacks pushing up a bit more, and let's see if they can produce something for us in that regard. Okay, corner for us. Perez swings it in. It's cleared as far as Sanha, so the attack is still on here. Arlindo waiting for the ball in the box. Oof, Nearly a bit of confusion from the Getafe defence there. Arlindo was waiting ready to pounce, but he decided now is not the time to strike. Let's build something from the back here. Gomez still on that yellow. Hopefully he stays on the yellow and doesn't turn it into a red. Nice bit of back and forth, gets it to Silva. You see the overlapping run's been made, but we've lost the ball, and now we've got gaps in defence. Oh dear, Borja Perez. Luckily he shoots straight at the keeper. We got away with that one. Alright, Getafe still looking dangerous, but we've managed to make the clearance. Jonathan making a very central run, unusual for him, but he plays in Maicon Silva. Maicon Silva gets tripped. That's a clear penalty. There's no need to check the VAR, ref. That one was clear as daylight. There we go. Arlindo is going to step up for this one. Is he going to score his 20-something of the season? No, he's not. He's going to miss. How did that happen? He sent it wide. Deary me, this just is... I'm getting the feeling this is not going to be our day. Getafe goes straight up the other end. Almost score themselves. Oh, deary me. This is pretty exciting for a 0-0, I have to say. Anyway, let's see if we can break that deadlock now. Arlindo, he's just being shut out of the game. They seem to have his number, this Getafe defence. And come on, close him down. They just let him shoot. I guess they knew he was going to shoot wide. Right, sorry Arlindo, but you're coming off. I know your rating has only dropped because of the missed penalty, but you have been pretty ineffective. So Jordi Carrillo comes on up front. Just Duarte and Jorge Gomez crush there, having good games, but Perez is having a bit of a mare, but we don't have any option to bring on for him at the moment. So I'm going to bring on the Italian youngster Marino for Guedes, a bit of fresh legs in that attacking role in the centre of midfield. And we just keep picking up more bookings. 4 players there now booked. We're just going to make a final substitution. I mean, nobody's covered themselves in glory today. I'm going to put Maicon Silva out on to the left wing. We'll make him an inverted winger. We're going to bring on Iker Moreno on the right. Confirm those changes. Final 5 minutes. Let's see what happens here. Either team could sneak this. We should have won this once we got the penalty. Arlindo let us down today. We had such high hopes for him after that cup game, and it's a bore draw, a boring 0-0. I haven't had too many of those in this series, I feel, so something a bit different at least, but that does not change a thing. That means we remain intense, we remain 2 points behind Getafe. We're only 6 points off Valencia in 5th, so we're still in with a shout of Europe at this point, I think. Well, not much to write home about in that episode, but, you know, our league form is what it is. Hopefully we're going to have a better second half of the season than we did first half. We'll certainly be tracking this Euro Cup run or Europa League run, see who we end up with in the second round. Maybe we can get a bit of a cup run going as well. We're going to have to do a bit better than we did today to get a win over Getafe and advance. And as you can see, the expectation is that we do advance. But for now, I'm going to go and face the media for another banal press conference. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode, despite the lack of goal-worthy action on the pitch. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Dodgy Gamer. See you again soon.